Hey everybody, thanks for coming by. Gather round. All right. One of the problems with doing these reviews is, well, there's a few problems, but one of the many problems with doing these reviews, aside from the fact that I'm probably angering a lot of people, one of the problems is that what happens if you hit a streak of really bad books? Then you end up looking like you're a negative Nancy that's just complaining and whinging about everything, and you're a snob and you don't like anything and wah wah wah. And nobody wants to listen to that because who wants to listen to somebody bitch and moan about everything? That's not really, it's not really productive at the end of the day. And the other flip side of that is, well, what happens if you hit a streak of just really, really, really good books, and then all you're doing is heaping praise on people, and it doesn't really seem like you have any standards, and it doesn't seem like you're all that critical because all you do is just go, oh, this is awesome, go buy it. So it's tricky because with the stuff that I'm reviewing is stuff that I'm genuinely interested in. I'm not going to waste my money on just stuff I know is crap just for the sake of making fun of it. That'd be really easy to do, but the stuff that I'm buying, for instance, Judge Dredd, that was something that I was genuinely interested in, genuinely wanted to read, and was just really, really disappointed. This book, however, these Savage Shores, this was a complete random. This was just I needed something to wash down the aftertaste of Judge Dredd with, and picked up this guy, and wow, was I ever thrilled. This thing is fantastic. It's issue one from Vault. Vault Publishers, they also did Fearscape, where if you go back and you look at that book review that I did, it's a fantastic beginning to what I think is going to be a great series. So Vault, to me, man, they're hitting it out of the park because this one here too, holy cow, is this ever good? These Savage Shores. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's read their description. So 2 centuries after the first European ship sailed to the Malabar coast and made landfall at Calicut, the East India Company seeks to secure its future along the lucrative Silk Route in the year 1766. An old evil now sails aboard a company ship, hoping to make a home in this newfound land. But he will soon find out that the ground along the Indus is an ancient one with demons and legends far older than himself. So there you go. It's a period piece with what sounds like monsters. And yeah, it is. It's really good. It's fantastic. So I'm just going to. The other tricky thing with these reviews is when you just have something that's awesome, you almost run out of stuff to say because it's like, yeah, this is great, go buy it. So, yeah, this is great, go buy it. Written by a bunch of people that I've never heard of before. Ram V, uh, illustrated by Sumit Kumar, colored by Vittorio Astone, lettered by Bidikar. So, yeah, fantastic. You can see right away, instantly on the right hand side here, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The the art in this is stunning. It is so nice. It is old school brushwork, a little bit of scumbling with the brush, a little bit of dry brush, kind of sumi style. Very nice, very organic. It's tight and loose at the same time. It has such a lovely quality to it. Beautiful balance of light and dark. Absolutely beautiful. This stuff is great. Check that out. It's just incredible. Yeah, the storytelling in this, the panel to panel work is just amazing. A lot of it is in that kind of older European style kind of grid system. You can see here like the page is broken off into kind of that nine panel grid, that 3 by 3, and a lot of it sits within that. Some people don't like this. I love it. I think it's great. I mean, it works for a reason. It works because it's just gentle on the eye for some reason. I really like it. It's kind of when you look at how on the surface simplistic it looks, it's deceiving. It's a great structure. It works really well, and it doesn't distract from the technical. It almost by not being flashy with the panels, your eye just moves gently from one panel to the next and can rest and enjoy the art. It almost lends itself more to that. So I mean that's part of the reason why I think that sort of why I enjoy that stuff anyway. I enjoy that kind of much more, I don't know, simpler panel layout. It's just it's more friendly to the art. Trying to be wacky, edgy, I'm gonna blow your mind and have these crazy shapes all over. Yeah, that can be really fun for a wild and crazy kind of book. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that for this particular story, for this particular art style, it works perfectly. It's perfectly suited, and it's just beautiful. The backgrounds are amazing. The color's amazing. The ink work is amazing. It's just stunning, stunning, stunning art. I'll try and find some good pages to show off to you. Uh, yeah, just really, really, really nice, as you can see. The story in this is great, really enjoyable, really good story. Here's another page. Oh my God. See, here we are at that grid layout again, but you can just feel time. You can feel pacing. It works so well. It works so good. And again, yeah, this art is just masterful would be the word for it. And I like too that this book is actually quite long. It's not some Marvel Comics 16 page type thing. I mean, this is a good 30 pages of story. You're getting a really good meaty chunk of story that you have enough time to sink your teeth into. The writer does a great job of getting you going. And yeah, it's a period piece. It's got a little bit of a flair of old school Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's got a little bit of that in there. It does have kind of vampire-esque characters. It's just great. Look at this top left panel here. Look at those details in that architecture. It just completely creates a sense of time, a sense of place, captures the culture from the dress on the characters here to the architectural elements. Just captures a feeling, captures a place in time. Really, really, really beautiful, well done. All these little details, all these details, God is in the details, and all those details help sell a reality, which is done really, really well here. Yeah, so what was I saying about Marvel? Yeah, Marvel, cheap, crappy 16-page comics that, it amazes me that so many people are still out there. I mean, less and less people are because nobody's really buying comics, period. But you still have a large chunk of the comic buying uh, market picking up Marvel books. And I just think, when you have stuff like this right beside it, what the hell are you thinking? Because this completely obliterates pretty much anything that I've seen Marvel put out lately. It's on a completely different level. You can't even compare the two. You cannot even compare this to the stuff that Marvel's putting out. This is on such a higher level in every capacity, from the art to the story to, hey, it's original, that too. It just fantastic. And yeah, so I never liked Judge Dredd. Bloodborne was kind of a 50-50. But this, holy man, wow, there's some great stuff out there. And Vault Comics, once again, incredible. This is an incredible book. This is such a great start. And one of the things with the story and the art and just the like constructing and making something like this that has so much love behind it, you can tell that there's just so much heart going into this work. You can tell that they're not rushed. You can tell that the people creating this weren't like, oh, chop chop, we gotta put out this mini series now because we got some piece of shit GI Joe thing around the corner and it's got to make it by the third quarter, blah blah blah. You can totally feel like that's not the case here. They're just creating good work and putting it out when it's ready, and this feels like it was ready, it is done, and here it is on the market, and it's absolutely beautiful. Good story. I was totally sucked in by the story. It left you wanting more at the end. Not many books do that. It takes good writers should be able to hook you in within the first issue. I mean, if that's the convention, if that's the trap that you're stuck within, if you've got one issue to draw on the reader, then hey, that's the rules. You've got one issue to draw on the reader. And this is a good case where luckily they had a nice big thick issue, so good value for your money too. So They had a nice big thick issue to get you in a little bit, but they did it really remarkably well, and just on the story front they did that very well. And the art, of course, is just, as I have been oohing and awing over, the art is just amazing, just beautiful. You will, even right now as I'm talking, I'm drifting off. This is probably my worst video ever. I'm just getting distracted and drifting off because I'm staring at the art too much. So this book is a huge, huge recommendation. I give it a 5 out of 5, a 6 out of 5, a 12 out of 10. It's fantastic. It's, again, one of the best books that I've read in a long time, up there with Fearscape. How cool is that? The 2 Vault books that I've bought are both some of the best stuff that I've read in a really long time. Utterly loved it, and I think you will too. So if you don't read comics, I know that a lot of you don't. I know that, surprisingly enough, I mean, this is kind of a channel where I talk about comics, both my work and stuff like this. A lot of you don't read comics, but man, you should. There is good stuff. This is good stuff. This is something for the non-comic reader, for the person that has never really gone and gotten into comics. This is a good start. This is something that you can pick up and go, oh, it has brains, and it's actually beautiful, and it's solid work. It's not whoever Spider-Man is going to punch in the face in this episode. Like, who gives a shit about any of that? There's stuff like this out there. Enough with the Marvel, enough with the Batman. Who cares? This is where it's at. This is the future. This is amazing, amazing stuff. So highly recommend it. Again, go pick it up. I'll definitely be picking up the next issue and trade paperbacks and everything else. I can't wait to see where this goes. Fantastic, fantastic work. Good job, everybody involved making this. Gigantic thumbs up. Very cool. Can't wait for the next episode. Well done. Awesome.